Good morning, and welcome to FYI. Happy to have all of you guys here with us this morning. It's a privilege, another day, folks. We were off last evening, and I'll tell you why. It's a privilege to be here with you guys another day. It's a real privilege. I am delighted to be here with you. You ever wake up good? Some folks woke up like that yesterday morning. You ever wake up good? I woke up like that yesterday morning. This morning you wake up, you don't know. You just don't know what the day will hold. Do let us know if you guys are receiving us loud and clear. Good to have you. I see Rena Marks and Paulette and Claire and Mandy and all of you beautiful folks who are joining us this morning. Well, yesterday I got up good. And had some stuff to do, and my God, here we are today. I trust that all of you guys are well, wherever you're joining us from this morning. Simply happy and delighted that all of you are here with us. Sometimes you get up good, and you just don't know. Yesterday, as part of my work as a member of Parliament, I had some housing matters to look at. In particular, I went up to the President's Pet Project, Silica City. I went up to the President's Pet Project there on the Linden-Soesdijk Highway and had a look at that. I think I can talk about this evening. I can save this for this evening to talk about Silica City and some of what I observed at Silica City and what the billions of dollars, about 15 to 20 billion so far, seems to have been spent on this project. And this project has a price tag of close to $100 billion for the President's Pet Project at Silica City. So I was part of that yesterday, looking at, scrutinizing, giving oversight, holding government accountable. So I was up there, had a look at that project yesterday. You ever wake up good? You ever wake up good? Yeah. Yesterday morning was like that. And from that project, I got all the way up to Region 10, I was looking at another project. This is the Wisma Phase 1 and 2. You got to get into almost at the back of Wizrock area there. Well, I got to it from the Mabura Road side. Mabura Road, and you take a little drive up there. So I was there yesterday. Couldn't get back to the city on time to do the night broadcast. So I want you to understand, I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying. I know some of you at home here, we can talk about this one this morning. We'll talk about this one this morning. I know some of you at home and abroad, y'all are part of this housing process. Y'all know the frustrations of acquiring land, getting an allocation, paying for it, attempting to start a building. You know? Good morning, Edward. Is it a birthday? Nobody told me anything. Good morning, Edward, and all the other folks. So that had my attention yesterday. And I even checked out another housing project that's happening in Amelia's Ward, Linden, yesterday. That one I need to spend some more time on, really and truly, because it's so many issues happening there at this particular housing project at Amelia's Ward that it needs a lot. That needs a whole day by itself. That needs an entire day by itself. And I'll talk to you guys more about that in time. Happy Friday, Marlon. Happy Friday to each and every one of you. Wherever you're joining us from this morning, happy and delighted to have all of you here with us today. You ever wake up good? A policewoman woke up like that yesterday. Right? That's what it is. An inspector, did I say policewoman? Yeah. An inspector was crossing the roadway at Diamond. I tell you, we have some of the most dangerous roadways in the world. In the world. She was crossing the road at Diamond. That was her fault yesterday. And she was struck by a motorcyclist who we were being told heading in the wrong direction. There's no country on earth like this one here, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. Edward Brooms, happy birthday, my brother. Happy birthday to Edward Brooms. I see celebrating a birthday there. We wish Edward nothing but the very, very, very best, and a productive year, a definitive year, you know. Keep on keeping on, Edward. And may you have just a great, fantastic year. A great, fantastic year. May all go well with you. May all go well with you. As we were saying, so the lady got up good. Good. Right? We told her the rider saw traffic ranks. He made an about turn in the wrong lane. And as when he turned around after seeing traffic ranks, probably got his papers up to date. He want to make a beeline. See, going down the wrong lane now and hit the policewoman. He hit the inspector. Double trouble. We told that the female inspector, she suffered some head injuries and she was hospitalized in a serious but stable condition. That's what we're being told. Hospitalized in a very serious and very stable condition. Yeah. Lady got up good. And then, my God, some students in St. Ignatius, where I was just a couple days ago. I was in St. Ignatius. It's a beautiful place. Latem is beautiful. Region 9 is beautiful. I love the Hinterland. You know, if the roadways were good, right? Transportation was relatively cheap. I'd live in the hinterland and work any place else. It's so peaceful, it's so quiet, it's so serene, it's so beautiful. I love it there a lot. I love it there a lot, a lot, a lot. You see? And so, as I said, just a couple days ago, I was there, and I had a couple observations. Right? I had a couple observations, but they don't like when you have observations. They get upset and vexed and all manner of things. What I saw yesterday, nobody wants to be right in the sense where people's lives are affected. Nobody likes to be right in that sense. But some of what we saw yesterday should never happen. Now, here's that. I was reporting back to you folks, giving you guys an update. What I saw at St. Ignatius in Region 9 that really and truly was cause for alarm. Take a look.
To Latem Region 9. Today I'm in St. Ignatius along with MP Druida Finance, who shadows tourism and Amerindian affairs. And we just stopped in to see some of the preparation for the inter-school sports here. And it's very telling. Just behind me you have some of the stands still being built, and this event starts day after tomorrow, which is Wednesday. It is hosted by the Department of Education here. Where is the Minister of Sports, the Minister within the Ministry of Sports, the Amerindian Affairs Minister. It is tremendously telling. So this is what's happening behind me. They're still building these stands. They're still building one of the washroom facilities behind me here. And I'm just going to pan in the other direction. The field there is still being prepared. And what you see happening behind me there, those are students who are left to demarcate the running lanes. So they are pouring oil, waste oil, in some receptacles, old drink bottles, Coke bottle, plastic bottles, and they are doing the demarcation for the lanes in which they must run. And the area to do the high jump is unprepared. The track here is unprepared. The toilet facility is being constructed as we speak. And all of that is happening. You'll have a sense of what's happening behind me is some of that construction work.
All right, so that is some of what I wanted to remind you guys of. The track is unprepared. The field of itself is unprepared. The students, that should be the education department should have their own people, professional people drawing the running lanes and so on. The students got to take that up, and the hazard that entails with waste oil, and they said they were tarring the field there and so on. 2 days before the sporting event, somebody wake up and say, "Oh God, we got to build the stands. We got to build the stands. We got to build the stands." 2 days before the sporting event, we got to build the stands. Shucks. Then somebody else bunks up 2 days before. Oh shucks, we got to build the toilets. We got to build the toilets. Them kids coming, and kids are converging on this area. This is St. Ignatius Secondary School. This is their ground. They're hosting this event into school sports in Region 9. Students are coming from Napi, they're coming from Deep South, they're coming all over the Rupununi, converging on this event, and nothing is set, nothing is fixed. And as I see you guys are saying here, I saw the comment just now. Look busy on the ground. Is that Marlon? Yeah, when they hear we come. Yes, Mandy Cummins. When they see us coming, they make the phone calls. Look busy. The one come, the big head one. Eat about. Look busy. 2 days before a sporting event. How could you do that? How could you do that? It is so sad. I'll tell you something on the other side of this. Look, some of what we saw yesterday occurring at this sporting event. Yeah, that is a dust storm, sandstorm, whatever you want to name it. Whipping up that sand there, flinging it into the faces of our children. Take another look. It's a short clip. Yeah. And when we put out this video yesterday, some people will defend the PVP to the death. Some persons I saw saying, "Oh, it's nature." It's nature. Well, if them kids wake up good yesterday morning, if you understand what nature entails, you can act accordingly. If I know it's nature to rain, I ain't walking with my umbrella, man. We got to prepare. That is the problem there. Now, I've been about Latem, St. Ignatius, all those places, Napi and so on. The wind is heavy. That's the nature of the place. And when you put sand there so wantonly, what do you expect? You heard me several times trying to talk. I got covered the mic because the wind hitting the mic all the time. I'm going to start the song then. So after we pull out the video now, look busy. They call in the fire service. Somebody hosing down. If it's nature, then leave it. If it is something that is abnormal, leave it. Why are you taking a fire tender and hosing it down? You see, we say colloquially in this country, what we're supposed to do first, you do last. Loretta, Isabella, Veronica, Pretty Melissa. Pretty Melissa said you could get them turn asthma and sick. But people watch it and say, it's just the Hinterland as well. They better be thankful. We would never accept it at Bishops. We wouldn't accept it at Queen's College. We wouldn't accept it at Multi or Roses or Saints. Why are we giving it to our kids in the Hinterland? You know why? Because we're disrespectful. We're disrespectful, Kwesi. That's the problem. Disrespectful. It's Hinterland. So you slap dash walk. That's not a sporting event. That's a hazard. That's a hazard with all the other things that can come from there. See, look busy. Busy doing nothing. Busy. What did the whole year? They had last summer and then get it right. You had Christmas. You didn't get it right. Now they're running. The regional chairman is a total waste. Total waste. The regional chairman should be so ashamed. You got some houses government building for people. Some little 2x4 houses. And those houses dot the landscape of the regional chairman house. And if you see the regional chairman spread, if you see the spread that the regional chairman got, and then we go down the road, he got a big farm and more houses and so on. 6 vehicles parked in the yard. Like this is a feature. You gotta get plenty cars and so on. People right next door living anyhow. The toilet for the kids and fixed for the sporting events. The stands, by God, They gotta sit on. Heavy winds is not something new for the hinterland. So if you can put all that sand there for the kids to run and ow, ow, ow. That being said, them kids wake up good. You ever wake up good? That's the kinds of realities we face. You know, it's the kinds of realities that we face, and we gotta grapple with. It's a government. They're busy. When you look at them, oh, they're here, this town, this village, this town. But what is being done? What is being done? You know, I saw the Vice Chair of Region 10, Mark Goring, post a video just this morning. I said I was in Region 10 yesterday. Post a video just this morning. Somebody trying to jack up a car. You know, the wheel probably wants changing or whatever was the issue. And the jack sing through the new road. The car jack sing through the new road. And you could tell me that's good governance? A teacher from Charity Secondary School wake up good yesterday morning. Good. This teacher wake up yesterday morning. Charity Secondary School was in the process of bringing instruction to a child, correcting a child. Well, who tell Miss for do that? Miss didn't know it was a beating coming. Miss did not know her ear was going to be bitten. It's Tyson she dealing with here. Miss wake up good. Sometimes you wake up good. And you don't know. I know I got a press conference coming up at 11, but I don't know what else is in store. I just don't know. But I wake up good. You ever wake up good? We told the student has since been suspended. Charity Secondary School, Region 2. The student has since been suspended and may be transferred to another school. Teachers had to down tools. And I saw MP Riaz Rupnarayan, APNU MP Riaz Rupnarayan, who hails from Region 2. He says there's been an uptick in this kind of violence at that very school. Bullying and all manner of things. Are we fixing problems or are we just busy? Busy. But we ain't fixing no problems. We ain't fixing no problems. And you got a lot of school bullying and this and that. A whole number of things. Look at case right here. They tell us there's a viral video of the Williams student being beaten by teenagers. Wasn't a teenager who was robbing the fella just the other day? Tried robbing somebody and was shot. A teenager. Yeah. The William, this is Zeeborg. Around the corner. So kids are beating on teachers. Kids are beating on each other. No, this is not new in societies. And some societies have turned the corner on this for the better. But you see, if we thieving out all the money to build big mansions with 40 vehicles in the driveway, these problems persist. And I think I got a problem with them. I think I have a problem with that. You hear me? I think I got a problem with that. And I saw the Minister of Education, Sonia Parag, says she has a zero tolerance after the fact. Show it. Zero tolerance for student violence. Show it. Show it. As Ria says, they run in there and they have a stern talk with the students. And by the time tomorrow, the status quo remains. We gotta get some work that's deeper than that. You just go and snap a photograph or two, snap, snap, snap. Like how Edgerton and them is go at them roads and snap, 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 and Colin Crow and them snap, snap. And then you're just trying to put on a simple jack on the car. And the road can't take it. A simple jack, the road buckling. So we want substantive work, not substandard work. Substantive work. That is what we want. And that is what we're calling for. You see. The other time with the speaker had some coffee yesterday morning with some of his friends. And in this saga with the appointment election of the leader of the opposition, and the speaker is at pains, you can tell how they're so divorced from reality. He's at pains to talk about his diplomatic friends and my friend Sebastian and my friend Nicole and my friend Jane, and they're not working for the people anymore. I hope that you've come to realize that they are not working for the people anymore. Them boys working for themselves. And so I saw some reporting after this meeting with the ambassadors, and how the speaker related the matter. I would think that they just had some they just met for tea. I mean, that's how it came across to me, because the speaker was at pains. He was at pains to say that that one was not mentioned. Ashdin Mohammed, he was never a subject. I told him how our democracy works, how our parliament functions. I wish you would tell the parliamentarians, especially the new ones, who to date 3 months later have not had the requisite orientation. I wish to God you'd have some coffee with them. And them. I just let them know how things operate around here. The American ambassador said that the meeting was interesting. That's what the American ambassador intimated to the media. She said the meeting was interesting. Her Excellency Nicole Terrio. See, we had an interesting meeting. I think the American ambassador walked into public buildings. I think she walked into public building and she said, "Listen, Mansour, if you don't want your visa revoked, your family visa revoked, if you want your daughter, who's advisor to the president, and Sharma's son, and their visa revoked and sanctions rain down here, you better catch yourself. You better catch yourself quick." The ambassador left the meeting. She said, "It was interesting." I like how the ambassador is open, shine, bright. That's where enough big stick come in. It's very interesting, very, very. You don't want your damn visa revoked. Better catch yourself. You better catch yourself. Don't be out there calling me name. When we said they got said to my face, and they're right here now. Revoke your damn visa. That's my version of how events might have gone, Savage. that's my version. Odessa? Catch yourself. Well, he went back in front of the Roxanne said, pull up your socks and change your career. Pull up your socks. Get him too big for your boots. That's the problem. You get him too big for your boots. You tell him all that. Revoke your damn visa. He ran out quick. He said, we just had a conversation about the inner workings of Parliament. It wasn't an attack on them. That's what he said. It wasn't an attack on them. That's what he tried to convince us after the fact. Said, no, it wasn't that. I was just thing. What's not. Take a listen to some of what the speaker said. And that fell last 2 nights ago.
I will respond to some uninformed comments made by some members of our diplomatic community. The positions expressed by some sections of the media, some diplomats and opposition members, which give the impression that the National Assembly has been deliberately inactive. They are false and outright absurdity. Our 13th Parliament, from the time it was convened on November 3rd, has been functional. In excess of 90 questions and 5 motions have been received by the clerk, analyzed, processed, and decisions communicated to opposition members. Among the comments made by some members of the diplomatic community include the election of the leader of the opposition in a speedy manner. To the U.S. ambassador to Guyana, I ask, who is the leader of the opposition in your country? Does the absence of an opposition leader interfere with your country's democratic process? To my dear friend Sebastien from the Canadian High Commissioner, your great democracy took 6 months to produce a budget last year. And your country has the unique distinction of having a person who was never elected to Parliament serve as a Prime Minister, a person imposed on the citizens of Canada by the former Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. We acknowledge with gratitude, much appreciation, the work of the diplomatic community historically for the support of democracy in our country. A democracy which has been restored in 1992, and a democracy which has been strengthened, fortified, and continues to be developed, especially with the changes introduced by successive People's Progressive Party civil governments.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said, wasn't a fair blast. That's how I express fondness. Notice he says, my friend, my dear friend, Sebastian. Like, the American ambassador is not your friend. He said the American ambassador, the old chariot. And he said, my dear friend, my good friend, Sebastian. American ambassador walking there yesterday. She said, I ain't gonna go on no video. Say, I come where his work. I come where his work. Right? Let me tell you something. So you see what we do? Rendition Maduro. You better pull up your socks. You're into big for your boots, you know. You're into big for your boots. Speaker said that's not nothing, man. That's not, that's not nothing. Folks, that was crossing the line. That was crossing the line bigly. That was crossing the line bigly. Right? It's either that or the ambassador could have gone and said, "Is that your friend? Here's the Sebastian is your friend. Come to me, man." You know, but we are going down the wrong path. We are going down the wrong path. The very, very, very wrong path. And we're going down the wrong path in a hurry. Yeah, I tell you what, going down the wrong path in a hurry. You better pull ourselves back before we end up in trouble. Pull ourselves back before we end up in more trouble. As I said to you, beautiful people, yesterday, I wake up good. I went up, I had on my dashboard for the day, my agenda, Silica City. Don't let it come and kerfuffle you in budget 2026, Duncan. Silica City. When I went and see what they're doing there, my God, the corruption in this country is so great. $15 billion they probably spent on this project already, and has a price tag of about 90 billion. All right? 90 billion. Let me tell you all something. This government, if God don't judge them, if God don't judge this government, you got to apologize to Sodom and Gomorrah. If you don't judge them, you have some areas I have seen with my own eyes in this country. In this country, you have people living there. They ain't got no proper road. They don't have no proper lights. They ain't got no water. No proper drainage. People thief from them, rob them with impunity. And then you trips into some other areas. People not even occupying the land. Concrete drains. You know, lamp posts, wires run, lights, street lamps, and all of that. And then some other areas. We drove in to this area here, Silica City. This is the president's pet project. He take it on personally because he I think he did urban planning as his major. You know, he got everything. He's a lawyer. He do law. He do international law. He do urban planning. He do medicine. Everything. Gynecology. Everything. So this is his pet project. But your money is and mine. But the point I was making, you get off Kurukuru Road. You get on that road from the Linden Suicide Highway, you drive all the way down. Here's somebody bumping through Kurukuru. You know? Concussion Road. Bigly. But you see, when you get into this piece of real estate at the back of Kurukuru, right? Do I have the place right? I think so. The road like silk. The road like silk. Not a pothole. But you see, to get there, Kurukuru. That's how we're going through. And talk a little bit about it tonight. But in addition to visiting there, I also went up to this beautiful area. I told you, I like being outside, out of the office, out and about. Went up to this area here in Region 10. Said it's phase 1 and 2 of Wisma. Phase 1 and 2. Let's tell you all some story. Do I still have this graphic up? Let's tell you a story or two. Right? Let's tell you a story or two. So they call these people last year, people who had applied for land in Linden. Remember, they want your vote, right? They called them in July of last year. When was the election? All right, I don't talk. They called him in June of last year. Let me speak. They called him in June of last year, July of last year, July 4th. And they said they're ready for the allocation. Y'all know we. Oh, they're allocating land today. They invite him to the site. And not only do they invite him to the site, right? People walk with the palings tape, the measuring tape, right? People walk with all manner of things because people say, all right, it's nice time now. Some of the residents related to us, trying to find my bearings. I want to get you all the valid and credible information. Some of the residents intimated to us, we excited, measuring tape and bucket and what's not, because we said it's movements, right? We says movements. I'm trying to make sure I cue the photograph here. I want y'all to see what I'm talking about. The people said, lo and behold. Lo and behold. They said we get there. All right, y'all gotta take my word for this morning. They said we got there July 4th last year. Them boys roll up with a big truck. Them boys got a big truck with a screen. And instead of showing us our actual allocation, because at the site, they're showing us on the screen. The people said they were never so upset. Money's paid, and they were promised that they could start occupying this land in 2025. Money's paid. This is a $5.5 billion investment. Your money, my money. Not just a small cabal. 5-point-something billion investment. And they said you can start building just now. This is July 4th. You see, when the EU observer mission, the Commonwealth observer mission, talk with all of these projects that were being launched in that election period, it's things like this that they're talking about. Things like this they're talking about. Up to day like today, the land can't ready for the people to start building. But see, on the day in question, with the allocation, oh yes, oh, President Ali's transformational leadership, this is coming to you compliments of that, and oh, we can do this and that. The economic disparities in this country, brothers and sisters, we focus on the wrong things. Let us refocus on the people. The economic disparities in this country are so great. You know, they are so great. Look some of what I saw on the ground there yesterday. In this area that they said was supposed to be occupied by people to start building and so on, because they've allotted the land. Since last year, the people were supposed to be able to go on the land and start building. Since last
Just off of the Mabura Road here in Region 10, just on the outskirts of Linden, and I'm checking on yet another housing project that is being started in this area here. A huge piece of land is being cleared at the back here. The municipality in Linden doesn't know what's happening here. The regional Democratic Council is not so clear. But of course, we're doing the work of members of parliament to scrutinize, to hold authority accountable. And this is what part of it is doing, just checking out the work that is happening here. It's not a large workforce here, but still, we got a few people and we're checking to see precisely what is happening at the back this way. It is good to be in Region 10 again, and as I said, we're underground here, having a look around. Well, let me skip the niceties. Now, clearly, this is the preparation that's being done for this housing project at the back here. There's no water infrastructure, no drainage, no electricity infrastructure here in this area that I'm going to show you. But it is being cleared. Now, you don't get timely updates, you don't get timely reports on these housing projects. The most you might hear about it is when the authorities want to do some PR in it for whatever purpose there, but there's no periodic updating on these projects. And there are quite a few of them happening, and I dare say quite a few of them that are happening not up to standard. And I'm going to pan around a little bit and give you guys a sense of where we are. As I said, it is on the Mabura Road. It's just on the outskirts of Hinterland. We've just left like the Bay Rock Stadium, and you drive a little further up and then you come into this area here. Seems we have a family checking out things on this side as well. Not much to see in terms of infrastructure, save and except a wide open space at the back this side, and we just wanted to come have a look at it. As I said, this is the work that we do. This is the groundwork that we'll do. I'm knocking nobody who wants to stay on social media and do their scrutiny. I'm knocking nobody like that. You know, I love me some social media too. But at the heart of it, this is what it is. It is getting on the ground and seeing what is happening now. Sadly, we're one of the countries where there is no budget for the opposition, save and except to the opposition leader's office. For instance, gets a very small, very minuscule budget in comparison to the larger government budget. But that is not for projects. That's the point I want to make. That is basically for administrative, so a small staff, a researcher, a cleaner for an office, things like that. And so this is what we have to do, because of course, the whole thing here is about holding government accountable. And I'm going to just go a little way further because I want you to see some of the layout for the road that I think is happening here. Like I said, not a lot of equipment on this land, but there is a couple of them. I can see a couple of them active. That being said, we have to keep looking. We have to see that things are going according to plan. And more than that, as members of parliament, we, especially as we come into this budget period, things that are to the benefit of our Guyanese brothers and sisters, we are going to agree. So we agree in large measure on different aspects of this budget that are going to benefit you, the people out there. And when we do that, like agreeing to appropriations for projects like these that are supposed to house Guyanese, not house friends, family, and favorites, but lift the living standard of Guyanese, we want it when we agree to those sums of money that they are spent correctly. That is the aim, that those monies are spent correctly. We don't just want come when it's budget time, you approve and you're gone home. But throughout the 5-year period, we continue to hold the authority accountable, the authorities. We hold them accountable as Guyanese. And I always say, those persons who vote for the administration, they have an even greater, I think, mandate to hold those you have voted for to account. You have an even greater responsibility. But we're going to continue to do the work. As I said, in the distance I can see an excavator active. I did see one in the other direction as well. And this is some of what I'm seeing behind me here. As I said, just off the Mabura Road, you just leave the Bear Rock Stadium in Linden and you drive less than 5 minutes up, 5-10 minutes up. On the right hand side, there is this project that is happening here. And we will continue to do this. This is the work, the real work of a member of parliament. As I said, I love to stay on social media because I love to be on social media because it amplifies. It has that value of amplifying what you see. Because we want to work smarter, not harder. We want you, the constituents, to see what we're doing. And you know, oftentimes than not, we're locked out of the state media. As the European Union Observation Mission told us quite recently, what we knew, and also the Commonwealth Observer Mission, the uneven playing field, the capture of state resources to the detriment of the Guyanese people. Because if you don't have all the information, then you can't make the correct decisions that are necessary. And so we're just taking a look here, folks, so that you have that information. You have that information. And it's your democratic right to that information. I want to thank you guys for joining us again. Just off the Mabura Road here in Region 10, just on the outskirts of Linden, and checking in on things here, this new housing project. Like I said, there isn't any infrastructure that's gone down here as yet that could receive persons coming here to live. No allocations. Sorry, there might have been allocations, but no services, water, light, drainage, and that kind of stuff. This is just proprietary work one can see going down here. And that's going to do it for us at this end. Till we see you guys again soon. Take care.
And that is supposed to be a project where people already started building since last year. Already started building since last year. No light, no water. You see the roads, barely got something you can call a road there. Nobody's occupying any of that because the folks tell us that when they go on that land, they don't know what their lot is. You might know you are, let's say, 61, 60, 61, phase 1, Wismar. But when you go on that lot, you don't know where 61 is. You don't know where 61 is. Why? Because they took them on the site at the head of the road. They bring a big truck with a big screen in it, and they say, look, this is your allocation. If this is not a Ponzi scheme like the other one, I don't know what is. You take people's money, you said you got an allocation, but you do them the indignity of carrying them to the place, to the land, but then seeing the actual allocation is on a big screen. You got a map overlaying the real estate there and say, look, this is your 164, this is your 60, this is your 61. But if you walk up that road, you can't identify it for yourself. And housing gone, and the people don't see back housing since. That's not Ponzi scheme. Guyanese at home and abroad, Juliet, $5.5 billion. This is earmarked, this project. They take money from the people on top of that. Right? They said some lots, 1.2, 1.6 is high income. I think 750, between $600,000 and $750,000 is middle income. Low income might be a little 350, something like that. The people pass the money already, and they can't start building. They cannot start building when election come and done. Election come and finish, and the make of Guyanese people some fools. This is the actual photograph, July 4th, on the ground there. That's the truck. That's the people of Linden standing around there. Of course, I would hazard anybody would be excited for a piece of land. Land don't spoil. Pay your money. 5.5 billion allocated to this project. And people can't start building yet. Can't start building yet. Tonight, all things being equal. All things being equal. I'll talk a little bit about what we saw at the president's pet project, Silica City. The Starbucks News says the next Pradouville 2. Corruption. Corruption. That's our time for today, folks. And that's our broadcast. Thanks for being here with us. The PNCR press conference comes up at the top of the hour at 11. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. That's going to do it for us at this end. Thank you guys so much. Look, all of you on the live. Nigel and Beryl and Mandy. I see Ram and Sandra and Unita. Nav Joe is here too. Y'all got these nice YouTube names. Marlene is here. Sabrina Blue is here. Auntie Sandra and Juliet. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're going to see you guys back on our next broadcast. See. That's the time. That's it.